Okay.
Hey, trying to connect, and we have connected. Hello, everyone.
How's
Good
everybody
evening.
doing out there? Welcome to our Facebook Live. I'm John Gardner. This is Radla Mendoza. We're Gardner and Mendoza.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
We are coming to you a day early today because we will be traveling tomorrow. And we are right now currently in Santa Fe, New Mexico, having a great time. That's the Badlands out there behind Radlin's Head. It's really, really beautiful out here. If you've never been to Santa Fe, highly recommend that you come out. We've had a wonderful stay, enjoying all of the great history and just really, really neat, beautiful, beautiful stuff to look at. The architecture, the natural beauty. It's really a special place. So
it really is gorgeous, gorgeous. And John and I have never been here.
Yep.
And we had the opportunity to come, a little business, a little pleasure, really for our 22nd wedding anniversary.
That's right.
Is the pleasure part coming up. We're celebrating a little bit early, but we took the time to come out here and have a good time, and also a little bit of, like I said, some business action going on as well.
That's right. We have some updates. We have our regular updates. We have a few new updates, and of course, the main reason we do this is to answer questions. And so, if you have any immigration questions, please put them in the comments, and we will see if we can get them answered for you tonight. Okay?
Yes, and if my laptop dies, then John's going to read the comments because my eyes aren't good enough to read those tiny little words. John still has his letters that are small, and when you look at my phone, they're quite large. But
right. So we're going to bring you some brief state court updates. I'm going to talk a little bit about the driver privilege card law that's going into effect in Virginia. And Radlin's going to talk about some immigration law updates. And of course, we're going to answer any questions that you have. So let's get started. Oh, before we get to it, though, we have the disclaimer. You want to give the disclaimer tonight?
Sure, I'll give the disclaimer. And sorry, I'm looking down, guys, and you're looking at the top of my head. I'm checking for comments on my laptop here. But the disclaimer is we are giving this information out for educational purposes only. And our lawyer told us to say this is not legal advice. So we want to be able to answer your questions for educational purposes only. And we hope that this information is helpful to the community. But please do not rely on it as the legal advice and act on it with your case, because that's really not what it's for.
Right.
All right.
And let me get started on this. I'm going to give some brief state court updates and driving privilege card information real quick while you digest this first question that we already have that's popped up here.
Okay.
Right? Sound good?
Okay.
So state court updates, I've been telling you every week. I'll repeat it again this week. The Virginia state courts are up and running pretty much 100%. So if you have a case in state court, whether it's a traffic case, a criminal case, civil case, whatever, just plan on being there, okay? Because everything is back to normal for the most part. You don't have to worry. There is social distancing in the courtrooms. Everything is marked to stay 6 feet apart from one another for social distancing. You will need a mask. Make sure you bring a mask because you will have to have a mask to enter the courthouse. I've been in all of them lately: Norfolk, Chesapeake, Newport News, Hampton, Virginia Beach, and all of them require a mask to get in. Don't be alarmed. Some of the courthouses are taking temperatures before you enter. What else? I think that's it.
Was I listening?
I
don't think I was listening.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, I guess I'm not. Okay, so be prepared. Oh yeah, they're going to ask you some questions. That's what I'm forgetting. They're going to ask you some basic questions. They're going to ask you if you have any symptoms of COVID-19, if you know that you've been exposed or been in close proximity to anyone who's positive for COVID-19, and they're going to ask if you've traveled outside of the country in the last 14 days. Okay, so go blow the dust off of that summons if you have one, and figure out what your court date is and time in courtroom, and make sure you're there. Okay. Second thing I want to say really quickly is a reminder that the driver privilege card law is going into effect. This is the new law. Goes into effect on January 1st, 2021. And again, this is going to allow you to get a driving privilege card in Virginia as long as you can show that you have income in Virginia that's been reported on taxes in the last 12 months, that you can pass the driving test, and of course that you have insurance, okay? No immigration questions. So if you can show those 3 things, you'll be able to get a driving privilege card. All right?
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
Hey, and thanks to everyone out there who's watching us here in Santa Fe. And we're so happy that you joined us. We normally do this on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And we had to make a few arrangements. So we're happy to see everybody on,
Right.
despite the fact of the time change and the day change.
And I saw my mom was there. I want to say hi to my mom. I know she loved Santa Fe, or loves Santa Fe, I should say.
Hey, before I get into some of the immigration updates, and I only have a couple today because, just because I'm looking forward to answering some questions that are getting thrown at us right now.
And we've been hanging out in the land of enchantment.
That's right. Oh, it's Nellie. Hi, Nellie. We were actually just talking about you today.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's all good stuff.
Yeah,
all good stuff.
all good, of
Was it
course.
today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow, good memory. Before I go into the immigration updates, I wanted to say that we've been getting a lot of wonderful 5-star reviews on Google and on Facebook, and we want to thank our clients for positively reviewing us. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate it. It helps other people find us and help them with the same kind of issues that they may have. But Ryman says, excellent service. Do not hesitate to contact him. I know who he's talking about. That's you. And there was also a really great one. I'm going to find the other one because it was great. Oh, yes, Charlene. Charlene says, our experience with Gardner Mendoza was excellent, and they catered to every need we had. Our attorney, Sarah Lawler, was always helpful and attentive to us and answered every question we had along the way, even though COVID-19. The Secretary Grace was very friendly and also helpful and helped us get set up easily. Would highly recommend as they were helpful and professional every step of the way. I love that review for
Yeah,
our
that's
team. I just love
fantastic.
team reviews and people who are feeling like they had such a great experience that they go out and they write a review. So we really appreciate it.
Yep.
And we had so many reviews this week. I'm not going to read
Makes
all of
us
them.
really proud of our team. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So, did you want to talk about the? No, I'm gonna just jump in. For those of you out there watching the visa bulletins, and the visa bulletins are basically, they come out the visa bulletin, I should say, comes out every month. It shows the number of worldwide visas that are available by country. And October 2020 came out, and people who have cases that are pending and who are looking at the visa bulletin every month, they check out the visa bulletin as soon as it comes out. And October's came out with a big surprise, and that is a forward movement in the third preference employment-based category, specifically for Indian nationals. So if you are an Indian national and you're in the EB3 category, and your labor cert was filed on or before January 1st, 2015, then you and your dependents are, of course, eligible to file the green card application and all the other applications that go along with that, the 765, the I-131. Of course, you have to file the affidavits of support and the public charge. But that is really great news for a lot of people out there. Other countries,
yeah.
It's current for
Great.
It's current for Mexico, it's current for Philippines, it's current for El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, and China. It's a cutoff date of June 1st of 2018 in the third preference category. Second preference category, it's also current for all the other countries except for China and India. And this is huge. It's huge, and it's a big jump forward movement. We don't know what's going to happen next month. So essentially, my educational talk today is you need to get your case evaluated if you're not already working with an attorney to see whether you can or should file your I-485 in the month of October. I'm going to say that most of the cases should be filed, but there are circumstances, of course, where that's going to change, and it's on a case-by-case basis. But again, exciting news, especially for Indian nationals who wait many years in order for their case to move forward, and the ability to find the green card application and finally become lawful permanent residents of the United States and not on any other non-immigrant status. So this is just wonderful news, and I know that the communities out there, and I've spoken with my immigration colleagues, and it's crunch time. I mean, we already have big crunch time, and I know you guys know this already, but the filing fees are going up
right.
on October 2nd of 2020. This is the next week, and that's major crunch time for us. So we apologize if you're calling and you're saying, hey, can you review our case? We simply just don't have the time to do it right before that deadline because we're trying to get our cases out. There is, again, going to be another wave of crunch time for our law firm and other law firms around the country. And that crunch time is filing these EB3 cases and all these employment-based cases that are current or that are not necessarily current, but like with India, if you filed your perm on or before January 1st, 2015, then you may be eligible to file the green card application case. So that is really the main reason that we wanted to hop in onto Facebook Live while we're here in Santa Fe, is just to talk about that and answer any questions that anyone has about that. Going to jumping to the family-based cases, it is current. Family-based cases are current for the spouses and children, unmarried children under 21 of lawful permanent residents. So current across the board. USCIS is basically directing that you use the final action dates for the F2A category. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, and there may be some of you out there who are watching and you're like, what is she talking about?
Yeah, what's happening right
this
now?
doesn't apply to you probably, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But give us a call call us anytime.
Yeah, of course.
But
of course, call us anytime.
Call us anytime, of course, if you have any questions about the visa bulletins and whether you're going to be eligible to file your green card if you fall under these categories. That's all I'll say is if you have any specific questions, you can put them in the comments here. And I know we had a question right off the bat. Let me find that. Let's see here. All right. Hold on, guys. Look at my laptop is at 15%. This is just amateur. Okay. Hold on a second.
And while you're looking for that, I'll briefly mention that some of you may have questions about the student visas, and we just want you to know that we are monitoring that as well. You may have seen in the news that there's been a proposed rule change to F and J visas. And currently those visas, if you have them, you can remain in the United States for the duration of your status in the visa category. And the proposed rule change would cap those visas at 4 years, and in some cases 2 years, depending on the country that you're from and the type of visa. It now will go to a 30-day comment period. So not to freak out right now, nothing has changed yet. This is all stuff that is just being proposed right now. And all we'll say about it for now is that we are monitoring it. And if there is something that really does change from this, obviously we will let you know about that and we'll keep you updated. But that's what's going on with that. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for that update.
Yeah.
The question we have, it's a long one, lots of facts here, and it's from Robbie, and there's a 6-point question.
Wow.
So I'll go ahead and read it. Number 1, my L1A extension was denied on September 15th, 2020. My green card priority date is May 13th in 2014, and it is EB3. As per the October visa bulletin, and this is exactly what I was talking about, I am eligible to apply the I-45 adjustment of status. Let's see here. As per the company policy, our employer will not appeal the L1A visa denial. Also, our employer will not support the 45 file outside of the USA. I'm assuming it's the same employer here. In my passport, I have valid visa stamp until 2023. That is the first stamping of the L1A from 2018 to 2023, and I will I will not be able to stay in USA for a long time, maximum 2 to 3 weeks. Is there any way I can submit 45 and continue without moving outside of the USA? I'm a little bit confused about a couple of questions here. One, number 6, it says, I will not be able to stay in USA for a long time, maximum 2 to 3 weeks. And then, is there any way I can submit the 45 and continue without moving outside of the USA? So, Robbie, your question, I'm going to give a lawyer educational answer, and the answer is maybe, possibly. It certainly looks like you may be able to, but without, understanding the full facts of the case and just hearing your case in a 6.6 questions, I'm definitely not going to bet $1 million on it. At this point, I would have to really evaluate your case fully, and I'm sorry to give you a lawyer answer about that, but the question that Robbie's asking is really going to the point of why we jumped onto the Facebook Live tonight, and it is that so many people right now are potentially eligible to file their green card application. There's a little twist here in that there is a possible, out of status situation with the L1A extension being denied. So if you want to pop that in the comments, Robbie, I appreciate you sharing your facts of your case. We appreciate that. But if you want to let me know about, that you are not staying in the United States, but is there any other way that you can continue without moving outside the United States, that might help me out a little bit. And I can help you out in answering that question a little bit. So the sun has shifted.
We wouldn't bet $1 million on that answer, but we can tell you, we can definitely bet $1 million that the desert sun is bright and hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's lifted above something that it wasn't.
Pretty intense. All right. Any other questions that we have?
I don't think we have any more questions.
Just sharing some good news.
Filed in April 2020 AOS CO9 and
all right, BJ, thanks for hopping on to tell us that. Now, BJ's been with us on Facebook Live for a couple of months here. Yeah. We've been following his case, so we appreciate your support in coming on here. And congratulations, good job in getting that done. I know it was tough because there was a little spot there where you didn't have the EAD, but that's great. That's great news.
Right, and I also saw that our children are joining us, so...
Our kids here?
Yeah, they just scrolled past.
Hi, girls!
Hi, girls!
Our kids are at home in Virginia Beach.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Our youngest, Ray, we love you so much. She's been calling us probably 3 times per hour.
Yeah.
Is that an exaggeration? I don't think it's an exaggeration. But you know what?
That's a total exaggeration. It's been like 3 times every 30 minutes.
Ray, call us anytime.
Yes,
except not right now because we're on Facebook Live.
Okay.
We don't care. Keep calling us. Oh, yeah, Ray says hi, Mommy. Good job.
Yeah, there's your cousin. Happy birthday, Malou.
Oh, yeah. Kyla's happy 50th birthday. Sammy will be a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. So, other than the visa bulletin, other than the filing fees going up on October 2nd, what else do we want to add to that today? I do want to again mention that there is more time for everyone who has received a request. I'm gonna have to get out of the sun here.
Yep. Yeah,
I'll
block it for you.
Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. A request for evidence.
There we go. Perfect. Right there.
An N14 if you've gone to your N400 and they're asking for additional documents, a notice of intent to deny, a notice of intent to terminate. If you have any of these requests for more documents from USCIS, you are going to have additional time to answer the request. I'll just say in this case, the request for evidence, if that request was received between the dates of March 1st of 2020 and January 1st of 2021. So it's not going to be on your notice. If you get a notice of a continuance and you have to submit your documentation within 30 days and you received it yesterday, you can tack on an additional 60 days to respond to that. and that is USCIS's response to COVID-19 and realizing some of the difficulties in getting some documents with regard because of COVID-19. Okay, so Robbie says, and Robbie, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. That's why I mentioned not to stay for a long time. So I'm going to again say that it's possible, but in order for me to give you an answer that is hopefully one that you can actually file your case on or not file your case on, I would have to review this case from beginning to end, see what's going on with every single thing, and would be happy to do that. And when we do case reviews, guys, we essentially ask our clients to send us everything that they want us to review. Right now, we're still doing virtual meetings. We will hop on a Zoom call. We would basically get all of the information and the immigration history. And the ultimate question is can I file this green card application without having to leave the United States? And we would give you the answer to that after reviewing every single thing. So I hope that helps. And I know that I think that I've heard from my team that maybe you've spoken with another attorney and you wanted to talk to us to get a second opinion. And again, I don't want to give you a Facebook Live answer when it is for educational purposes only.
Right.
So hopefully that helps. And if not, you can shoot me a message and schedule an appointment with us. Okay?
Yeah, and going back to state court, one thing I wanted to mention, if you do have a case in state court, make sure you look at your paperwork very, very carefully. We recently had someone who just flipped some dates around, and September 10th looking like October 9th, okay, and missing court, and now having an outstanding arrest warrant, and that's a real major problem. So if you do have a case coming up, make sure you really look carefully at the paperwork so you have the date, the time, the location, everything correct. Because once that happens, if you miss court and there's an arrest warrant issued, I get this question a lot, what can I do? There's nothing that anyone can do other than you turn yourself in and have to be processed, and then they give you a court date, and there's nobody that wants to go turn themselves in to be processed. So double check all of your paperwork and make sure that you know where you're supposed to be. Okay.
Right. And the issue in this particular case was that the potential client, who is not from the United States,
Flip the date around. And many countries do that. The month is 2nd, right? And then the day is 1st. She thought it was October 9th instead of actually September 10th.
Right. So a whole bunch of countries have the month as 2nd and the day as 1st. And so
please double check
it. Double check it and make sure you're reading it as, what should I say? As the United States writes, or as the court, not the whole United States writes the date like that.
And if you're confused about the paperwork, even if you're not a client of ours, give us a call and we will gladly, if you can scan it over to us, we will gladly make sure that we got you in the right place at the right time. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's Goose. Goose is coming out to join us for the Facebook Live, and Lucy.
Okay.
Here they come.
Here come our friends. Our friends' dogs are here with us.
Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention with regard to just an update with courts. So the court scheduling is Lucy she's Lucy's the Bernese mountain dog, and can easily knock the camera.
she's
easily
a
knock
sweetheart.
the camera stand over. That's funny. All right, so if you're unsure about your court date, are you getting a suntan or a sunburn?
Actually, you know what? It's much better now. Now
John's head looks like it's looking pretty red.
The intense heat disappeared, and now it just is a lovely.
There's no humidity here.
A lovely desert evening.
No bugs, no humidity.
Okay, here's a question. How early is too early to study for the test?
It's too early. It's too early. I think it's too early. I think it really depends on the kind of test
I'm
taker.
assuming we're talking about a naturalization test. here?
Yes, yeah. Miss Evelina has a N400 pending. So I think I personally would not study until, I don't know, until I thought my interview was going to be coming in a couple of months. I would never study like 4 or 5 months early.
Right.
But it really depends on the person. Some of our clients will sit there and listen to the recordings. They'll listen to MP3s and they'll just listen, and it just kind of bakes into their mind. I was never that kind of learner. I'm more of a cramming kind of person.
Right.
And
I think flashcards are the best way to go.
John likes flashcards. I just crammed. But again, it depends on, whether you're the way that you learn, and some people learn by listening to it for a couple of months. Some people learn by cramming. I think cramming is a technique that the very second after the test, you don't know anything. If that's not that important to you, you can cram. Right? Am I
That's
right?
right. Absolutely.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
So,
Oh, and I want to say hi to my aunt. She's joining us from South Florida. Good to see you.
hi, Aunt Jill. How
Yeah.
are you?
We are in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't know if you knew that.
Yes, everyone's commenting on the background scenery. It's pretty gorgeous. But
Yeah, those are the Badlands back there over Radlin's Head. For those of you who joined us late.
they're the Radlands.
Oh, yeah, nice. Good one. Yeah. Good one.
I'm full of those. But anyway, so, and let me just say that if you are super nervous, you know that you're not a great test taker, I do think that studying earlier is better than cramming. Those are my 2 cents.
Yeah.
And from the Facebook Live before, I do recall those test taking facts of yours, and maybe earlier would be better for you because of those 2 things. Anyway, thanks for the question. So what I was going to say was that if you are unsure about your court date because things are changing, things have changed, then you can call this number. And I wish we could pop it up on the screen, but we can't. So let's stop wishing for things we can't. Next time. 1-800-898-7180. That is not a phone number to call for a free consultation with Gardner Mendoza. It is the phone number to call for immigration court. 1-800-898-7180. And you can put your A number in. It doesn't matter where your case is in the United States. You can put your A number in and find out when your court date is going to be. So if you have a notice to appear in immigration court and there's actually no date on it other than, to be determined, then you can call monthly, or if you're kind of obsessive about it, you can call twice a month and find out when they're going to schedule that. And we do that when we have cases where we're representing clients removal. We have to call and find out when it is. So there's no way to really find out beforehand. It depends all on the scheduling. So I'm super excited about all the people here watching. We really appreciate it.
I just realized that we don't have any yummy snacks to taste tonight.
That's right. No yummy snacks.
The last 2 weeks
We've been eating a lot, though.
The last 2 weeks we've had some food to try, but yes, here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, we have been eating a lot of really, really wonderful, super delicious food. If you love art and you love great food,
Yes.
and you love cool
And great-
architecture and love natural beauty, definitely come visit Santa Fe. It's lovely.
All right. I'm trying to see if there are any other questions.
Any other questions?
It's been good. A lot of people here
a lot of people
checking in
joined.
with us
That's
in
wonderful.
Santa Fe. And Sammy says hello. Sammy's our middle daughter. Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sam.
We
Love you,
will be
sweetie.
home soon. Our kids miss us, and we miss them.
Yes, tomorrow we'll be back at sea level.
Sea level. Yes. Yes. We went for a nice walk, a nice hike in, was it Ski Santa Fe, close to Ski Santa Fe. And the first couple minutes, I was definitely feeling that 10,000 elevation.
Yeah, 10,000 feet is pretty high up there.
I was hoping it wasn't just me being out of shape, and was really hoping that it was the 10,000 elevation.
All right. Well, if anybody else has any questions, put them up. Otherwise, I'm assuming that everybody's going to be signing off along with us in a few minutes, and get ready to go watch the presidential debate. I'm sure that's what everybody's doing tonight, and we will be doing that as well. So if there are any more questions,
Well,
we're going to...
Yeah, we are going to end it if there are no more questions. But
Right.
I just wanted to point out that we have a quick video that I did, and it's 3 USCIS filing tips. Now, I know there are a lot of self-filers out there who are getting ready to file, and I have friends who, they're self-filing. We have old clients that are self-filing. We have clients that, well, not clients because they're not filing with us, but we just know that people self-file. And the 3 things I'm just going to really quickly tell you guys is that you need to make sure the form version is correct. So get your form off of uscis.gov and get all the fees from uscis.gov, not .com, not .net, not uscis.gov.net, uscis.gov. Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
One of my friends messaged me, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't help you right now because we're just swamped and the time is too close. And she's texting me and she's showing me screenshots of the form, and she's like, well, here on this website it says the N400 is $195. Like, where did you get that amount? Are you paying $195 for the form? Don't do that. Don't pay for the form. The form is free on uscis.gov. So the N400 currently is $725, not $195. Okay, so check the form version.
Right.
Check the form fees. And the third is check to make sure you are mailing it to the right place. And there are a bunch of addresses, and you just gotta line it all up, guys. This is what we do. We also double check and make sure we are sending our applications to the right place right before we mail it off, because it can change. I know that seems a little bit excessive, but those are our 3 tips.
when you're getting ready to file something with immigration, just remember what carpenters always remember. You want to measure twice, cut once. So you want to double check everything twice, file once. Okay?
Yes.
Oh, and look, I want to say hi. My Uncle Frank just jumped on. Hey, Uncle, how are you? Also joining us from South Florida.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. We're super happy that you guys are.
Yeah.
Maybe 7 p.m. is a better time for people to come on. Because
I was thinking the same thing.
We could eat dinner, make dinner maybe for the kids. Jump on.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll check it out.
All right.
Yes, Eveline's going to watch the debate tonight too. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, everyone enjoy the debate, and we're going to enjoy our last evening here out in the desert, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we will be joining you again next week back at sea level, as I said a little bit ago. All
Yes,
right?
and if you are watching this later and you have any questions, put them in the comments. We monitor the comments all week. We get notifications if there's a comment. You could also shoot a message to us through Messenger or give our office a call if you want to make an appointment.
Yep.
757-464-9224. And any of those other ways to get in contact with us, you can do it that way as well. But we really, really appreciate you guys joining us.
And if you have any other questions that, even if they're not immigration questions or don't involve, traffic order or something like that, still let us know, okay? Reach out to us and we will see if we can help you out or point you in the right direction, okay? Oh, and lastly, my Aunt Sue also joining us.
I
love all the family support.
I had only one family member joining us tonight. Was that my cousin?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
All right, guys.
All right,
well,
guys.
we're going to get out of here.
2 thumbs up.
And 2 thumbs up.
Good luck with your filings.
Enjoy the debates, and we will see you, the debate, and we will see you next week, all right? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.